You've reached our Mandala universes. And I am trying to figure out how to, there's a little thing, and it should say, oh, community moderation. Mode, subscribers. Hey, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, there we go. I haven't done this from my phone before, so exciting. I don't have a place to set it, the phone, but I'm working it out. This was obviously a last minute jump on. Okay. Oh, look at that. Delightful. You have reached our Mandala universes, where we gather together every day at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's better. To draw. We start by checking in, and we ground, and we draw. If someone would please text Pamela and let her know that we're live, that would be amazing. I actually don't know how to see any comments, so if you are commenting, I don't know how to see those. Or maybe no one's commented. It's all good. Yes, so we check in, as in, what is our emotional state in the present moment? How are we feeling? Hi, Ms. M. Thank you for popping that in there. I'm fully in it to win it now. Thank you. Good morning, Elaine. Hi, Amy. Amy, thanks for texting Pamela. So how are you all feeling this morning? I am feeling like I'm feeling a big relief. I have a bunch of custom malas like in the pipeline, and I have been really struggling with these two, and I don't know why. It was more like struggling to sit down and just focus on them, not struggling to actually do them, make them. But yesterday I sat down and I got the focus, like the unicorn time kicked in, and I just designed both and sent pictures to both my clients, and they both were like, well, that's it. It doesn't need any changing. That's it. And I was just like, wow. Why have I been carrying that around like a 3-ton rock for 2 weeks in my head and my neck and shoulders? So I feel relief, and like the stream is flowing around the rocks and over the rocks instead of being like dammed up at the rocks. That's my feels. Pamela says, I think I've got it fixed, but don't want to interrupt just in case I struggle. Guidance, please. Yeah, I went into Magic Land. Yep. And Cheryl says, yay, malas. So, the other part, for anyone who's catching this later or is new and not able to comment yet, we start with a circle. Mandala is the Sanskrit word for circle. And we treat the circle, use the circle, engage with the circle like a container for our inner universe in the moment that we are here. This is from a class that Cheryl and I took. That was so fun. And this notebook is done, and I'm on to a brand new notebook. This is notebook 24. I haven't written 24 on it yet, but it's really exciting. Look at how thick and juicy that is. So good. Let's see. Cheryl says, sunshine morning, my favorite way to start a day. Yeah, beautiful blue sky, sunny, tank top action. I mean, it's going to be gorgeous here today, I think. Amy says, glad you found relief. Thank you. And feeling very filled by connection. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm clearly very stuffy and congested this morning, but that's so chronic for me that I don't really notice until I'm here and I'm talking and I'm sniffing and coughing and clearing my throat. Yeah, it's a lifelong thing. I think it's from having so many teeth extracted. It is 10 after, so let us go into grounding. Sorry, Ms. M. Did I miss something? Oh, family health issues. Yes, I hope that you are supported in offering your support, Ms. M. Caregiver burnout is a real thing, and I hope that you are finding resources for yourself so that you can actually feel and be resourced in that. It's like the only way to do that without really just draining everything. Okay, so there's some kind of lawn equipment going on in the background. I hope that's not too loud. But if it feels good to you, I invite you to take a look around your room, wherever you are. It could be outside, in a car, in your house, wherever you are. Just take a look around the windows and doors behind you. Let your nervous system know that you're safe. And then looking up at the ceiling or whatever is above you, like my loft. And then down at the floor, the ground, whatever is below you. Just letting your nervous system know that you are held. And if it feels good, you can close your eyes or find a soft gaze. And I am going to hold a soft gaze on this piece of orange calcite that Carol gave me that looks like a wedge of orange. I'll show you later if you've already closed your eyes. And just begin to connect your breath and your consciousness. Sometimes I like to think about my breath going upstairs into my head and inviting my mind to come downstairs. Come on down into the nice, warm, cozy den of my body, of my heart, of my belly. But just bringing it down where it can be very lonely up in the mind. Just thoughts bouncing around and around and around, and see if you can use your breath to invite all of that energy down into your body where it can take a break and relax. And just noticing your breath, witnessing it without judgment. Sitting in your own quiet and stillness. And just notice when you seem to settle in. Notice when something in you settles. And when you notice that, just breathe in to that settled feeling. Maybe you feel more centered. Maybe you feel more like all your pieces have gathered together, come in from being scattered. Maybe you feel grounded. Maybe getting quiet allows some things to come forward that have been pushed back by the noises and distractions. And that's okay. It could be sadness or grief or anxiety. Just let it know that you're here and you see them, and you can sit in this settled energy together just for this moment. And that you'll come back and spend time with them later. Or maybe you allow them to express themselves onto the page today. I'm just taking in a few more breaths in this quiet stillness and awareness. And letting your consciousness fill your whole entire body, from your toes all the way to your head, feeling embodied, fully here, right now, aware of all your parts. And when you're ready, you can come to the page. This is the orange calcite that Carol gave me, and she thought that it looked like a wedge of orange, and it absolutely does, with the little white membrane and everything. It's like tangerine color. It's so good. That would be interesting. Today is Tuesday, Sea Serpent 16. For anyone who is joining us later for the first time, we start by drawing a circle. And I like to kind of try to continue to remember to breathe. And so I start at the top, but you can start anywhere. And I inhale, exhale. So my circle happens on one complete breath cycle. But you can go around and around and around. Sometimes that feels so good to do that. But just remember to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Sorry, let me go back and read. Oh, good. Pamela couldn't hear any background noise. Hopefully the beep, beep, beep of the backup sound wasn't too bad either. It's just all noise here in the morning. Ms. M says, OMG, hard phone call. Thanks for centering me, Lena. Oh, my heart is with you. My heart is with you. And I don't know if anyone has said this to you, Ms. M, but I think one of the people that you're caring for is an in-law. And I think we're expected to care for our own parents, right? But maybe we leave in-laws more to their own kids. But my sister-in-law was the greatest. Oh, I'm going to cry talking about it. She was the greatest help, and still is to me, in taking care of my dad. He trusted her, and that was a big thing. And she showed him a lot of kindness and care and attention and love, and did some really hard things that my brother was not willing to do. And I don't know what, it would have been just such an awful thing if she hadn't been there. Or it would have meant that I would have to temporarily move to Minnesota for like a year or something. So yeah, I don't know if anyone has told you what an absolute gift it is to step in like that, but it is. Hi, Alicia. I'm glad you're here. Ms. M says everything everywhere all at once. Yeah. And Cheryl is giving Ms. M hugs. And Cheryl says, power washing windows. Maybe I can get them to do mine. Oh my God. I wish they would do mine too. Cheryl says, what a gift in your sister-in-law. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. Yeah, I need to call her just as a non-business check-in. Just to like, hi, how are you doing? When when everything was, when after my dad passed, and a lot of big things had been wrapped up, Dave and I went to Minnesota so that I could host his celebration of life. And I gave my sister-in-law a 90-minute massage, tip included, like just an absolute go and enjoy this thing. And I knew that she had been to this place before, so it wasn't like I was giving her something that she was never ever going to use. But she contacted me, I think it was about a week ago, and said, I finally went, and it was amazing. And I was like, oh, good. Because caregivers gotta care for themselves. We all do. We all have to care for ourselves. I'm sorry that I do not have a reading, but I could. Go for the animal power deck. And let's see what animal magic is here for this circle today. This might speak to one person in particular, or it might be really thematic and like everybody kind of relates. Let's find out. All right. I would love it if tarot cards could just be made the size of a regular deck of cards so that you could easily shuffle them. They're just awkward and weird. Okay. Medicine for our circle, please. Medicine for our circle. Here we go. Oh, the wolf. And it says, step into sovereignty. Now, wolf is my power animal, and I've never drawn this card before. So I'm going to say maybe that's my influence. I'm going to pick a second card. Ooh, the rhinoceros. Get out of your own way. These are good. Very much about personal power and accountability, right? The wolf and the rhino. Those are two things I don't think you'd ever see together in nature. But their medicine is pretty... What do you call that? I don't want to say synergistic because that sounds so douchey. But, you know, it works together. Yes. Synergy. It's 26 past, so if something has come up in your practice today that you would like to share, please do. Here is an invocation to activate rhinoceros medicine. Powerful rhino. Infuse me with confidence so that I may see the abundance in my life. Allow me to be enlightened and strengthened by what I've previously endured. Work with me to see the bounty of miracles that surround me, so that I may invite even more in and get out of my own way. And so it is. Wowie zowie. Yeah. Consider whether you're allowing negative thinking, a defeatist or victim mentality, or low self-worth to get in your way or drain your energy. Be real. It's now time for you to confidently celebrate all the glorious things you have to be grateful for. Stop letting fear hold you back. You are an empowered, fierce being blessed with many gifts. It's time to charge ahead with Rhino by your side. Oh, Rhino! Maybe my mandala will be a rhino today. Ms. M says, thanks. Means a lot. I come from a long line of caretakers. My mom took care of my dad's parents. This has been a rough August. Yeah. Well, if you ever need to just collapse, Ms. M, you have full permission to do it here. Ms. M is feeling embodied, empowered, fierce being. Good. I'm going to take some rhino energy into my day for sure. I'm trying to think of what to apply it towards. Well, I'm going to take some rhino to the pool. Get my rhino on in the water. Yeah. Rhino energy. Yeah. I'm going to figure that out and let it show me where it needs to be. I will post the card and the book explanation and the invocation here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Miss M says, pool rhino. And Cheryl says, is water rhino a hippo? For sure, hippos love water, but I think rhinos go in the water too. I could be wrong though, but I feel like I see them around lakes in Africa, um, doing rhino things. And yeah, don't they like sometimes they'll be in the water and they'll charge out of the water? Or maybe those are hippos. I don't know. I like to think of hippos as not aggressive, but I know that they are. Yeah, when defending themselves. I don't think they're like, you know, needlessly aggressive. Lou Dogs is in his little box. All right, it is. Oh, Lou, I'm gonna send you some rhino energy. It is 8:30, and this has been a really lovely and grounding 30 minutes for me, and I hope for some of you as well. Sending you hugs and so much love and rhino medicine into your day. I will see you in the ethers tomorrow. Bye.